I stared at my phone, heart pounding, as a cruel text from my sister Lila lit up the screen. "Thanks for the $12,000, sis. Don't expect it back. Family helps family, right?" My hands shook. She drained my account while I was toasting. Her engagement party. The room spun. I gripped the table, rage boiling. This wasn't just theft, it was betrayal, and I wasn't letting it slide. My name's Tara Voss, 33, a wedding planner from Seattle. Growing up in the Voss family was like navigating a minefield. My parents, Glenn and Marla, owned a thriving tech consulting firm, and my younger sister, Lila, was their golden child. Me? I was the backup plan, expected to smile, serve, and sacrifice. Our sprawling craftsman home in Fremont was a stage for their drama, Glenn's stern lectures, Marla's passive-aggressive jabs. My bedroom? A sterile guest suite, Marla's taste, not mine. I fought for my place, earning a hospitality degree at Washington State, but it never impressed them. "Wedding planning? That's a side hustle, Tara," Marla scoffed. I joined Voss Consulting, after college, hoping to prove myself. Big mistake. The office was toxic. Glenn shot down my ideas in meetings. Lila got promotions for showing up. After 2 years, I quit. "You're wasting your potential," Glenn barked. But I built my own business, scraping by on coffee and grit, planning dream weddings on shoestring budgets. Lila's life, a free ride. Her C average was charming, her bar tabs covered, her job at Voss Consulting a gift. When she got engaged to Nate Carver, a flashy real estate broker, my parents lost it. Nate's family owned half the Puget Sound's luxury, condos. The engagement was less love story, more merger. At a tense family dinner, Marla announced, "We're hosting at the Fairmont Olympic, 500 guests." I choked on my wine. 500, Lila smirked. "It's my moment, Tara. Go big or go home." Then Marla turned to me, eyes gleaming. "Tara, you're in events. You'll handle the decor, yes? And maybe the band?" It wasn't a question. I nodded, trapped. Soon, decor meant $3,000. Centerpieces. The band? A $10,000 jazz ensemble. I raised concerns. "It's Lila's only engagement party," Marla snapped. "Don't be cheap." So I dipped into my savings, money for my dream studio space. $5,000 became $15,000. I told myself it had earned their respect. Spoiler, it didn't. My expertise was exploited, my boundaries ignored. At a planning meeting, Lila waved her phone. "I saw these crystal chandeliers on Insta. Perfect for the ballroom." I sighed. "That's $7,000 extra, Lila." She pouted. "But it's my vibe." Marla nodded. "Make it work, Tara." I caved, wiring more funds. My best friend Casey saw red. Over beers at a Capitol Hill dive, she slammed her glass. "They're bleeding you dry. Why do you let them?" I shrugged. "It's family." She snorted. "Family doesn't rob you blind." Weeks blurred into chaos. I juggled clients, worked 18-hour days, and stored party supplies in my tiny bell town apartment. Sleep? Optional. Health? Shot. A month before the party, I tallied my spending. $28,450. My savings? Gutted. I sat on my couch, receipts everywhere, nausea rising. What was I doing? But I pushed on, delivering Marla's essential ice swan sculpture and Lila's custom cocktail menu. The night of Lila's engagement party, I was a machine, checking vendors, calming Nate's drunk uncle, fixing a floral arch at 1 a.m. The Fairmont's ballroom sparkled, chandeliers glinting, guests raving. I barely noticed my clutch left on a table during dinner. Exhausted, I slipped into a bathroom stall at 11 p.m., fighting tears. I'd given everything, money, time, sanity, for what? To be invisible? Marla took credit at the party. "I curated every detail," she bragged to Nate's mom, champagne in hand. Not one mention of me. Lila's toast? "Thanks to Mom and Dad for this epic night." I forced a smile, heart sinking. Casey found me later, fuming. "They're erasing you, Tara. This isn't right." I nodded, resolve forming. Something had to change. After the last guest left, I checked my phone. That's when Lila's text hit like a slap. $12,000 gone. Transferred at 10:43 p.m. to Marla's account. My breath caught. I hadn't touched my banking app. How? Then it clicked. My PIN was Lila's birthday. Marla knew it. They'd taken my phone, used my app, and robbed me. Rage surged. I wasn't just hurt, I was done. My blood boiled as I stared at Lila's smug text. $12,000 stolen, my own sister and mother laughing in my face? I slammed my phone down, the screen cracking. No more. I wasn't their doormat anymore. I grabbed my laptop, hands shaking, and logged into my bank. The transfer glared back, 10:43 p.m., Marla Voss. My stomach churned. How could they do this to me? I paced my cramped Belltown apartment, receipts scattered like shrapnel. The Fairmont's chandeliers, Lila's ice swan, my money, their glory. I called the bank, voice tight. Unauthorized transfer. Someone stole $12,000. The rep's calm tone infuriated me. It used your PIN, Ms. Voss. Was your phone secure? I froze. My clutch, left on that table. Anyone could have grabbed it. Investigate it, I snapped, hanging up. Panic rising. Screenshots. I needed proof. I captured the transfer, texts to vendors at 10:35 p.m., 10:50 p.m., proof I wasn't near my phone. Then a memory hit like a brick. Overheard at the party, Marla's whisper to Lila in the Fairmont's coat room. She won't check for weeks. Lila's giggle. Perfect. Nate's yacht rental's covered. Yacht rental? My money for their Instagram flex? I screamed, startling my cat. Casey was my lifeline. I called her, voice breaking. They stole it, Case, my own family. She gasped. Tara, that's criminal. What's your move? I clenched my fist. Confront them, tomorrow. She urged caution. Get a lawyer first, protect yourself. Smart. I texted my old college friend Jenna, a sharp attorney in Tacoma. Emergency, can we meet? Her reply was instant. 8 a.m., my office. Morning. Came fast. I barely slept, rage fueling me. At Jenna's office, I spilled everything. Lila's text, Marla's theft, the yacht. Jenna's pen flew. This is felony theft, Tara. We've got options, demand letter, police report, or both. What do you want? I leaned forward, eyes burning. My money back, and for them to feel this betrayal. She nodded, drafting a letter. $12,000 plus $28,150 for party costs, 72 hours to comply, or face charges. The letter felt like a grenade. I clutched it, driving to my parents' Fremont house for their post-party brunch. My power suit, black blazer, red heels, screamed confidence I didn't feel. The craftsman loomed, its perfect lawn mocking me. Inside, laughter and clinking glasses. Marla, queen of the scene, regaled Nate's parents. Lila and Nate glowed, smug. Glenn read his tablet, detached. No one noticed me. Typical. Tara. Late. As usual, Marla chirped, spotting me. Grab a mimosa. I forced a smile, stomach twisting. The buffet, crab legs, artisanal quiche, screamed excess. My money. I sat, plate empty, watching Lila flaunt her ring. Nate's chartering a yacht for our honeymoon, she gushed. My vision blurred. Yacht? With my $12,000? I couldn't wait. Funny you mention money, I said, voice cutting through chatter. Heads turned. I checked my account last night. $12,000 transferred to you, Mom, during the party. Silence. Marla's smile froze. What are you implying, Tara? I leaned in. I'm not implying. You stole it. Used my phone, my PIN. Lila's birthday. Gasps. Nate's mom clutched, her pearls. Glenn lowered his tablet. Tara, this isn't the place. When is Dad? When I'm broke? I shot back. Lila laughed, sharp. Don't be dramatic. It's family money. Family money. It's my savings for my studio. I pulled out my phone, showing screenshots. 10:43 p.m. I was fixing your floral arch, Lila. Who had my phone? Marla's eyes darted. Guilty. Nate shifted, uneasy. Tara, maybe it was a mix-up. A mix-up? I scoffed. I heard them, Nate. Marla said I wouldn't notice. Lila laughed about your yacht. His jaw dropped. Lila flushed. You're lying. Am I? I slapped Jenna's letter on the table. This demands every cent back, $450 total, or I file for theft and fraud. 72 hours. Marla's face paled. You wouldn't dare. Try me, I hissed. Glenn grabbed the letter, scanning it. Tara, let's talk privately. No, I'm done with secrets. Nate's dad stood awkward. We should go. Stay, I said. Witness this. Marla snapped. You're embarrassing us. It was for Lila's happiness. Happiness? You stole my future, I yelled, tears hot. Lila smirked. Get over it, Tara. You can't touch us. That smirk broke me. I pulled out my phone again. Fairmont's got cameras. I requested footage of that coat room. Guess who'll star? Lila's smirk vanished. Glenn's voice shook. Marla, is this true? She stammered. It was necessary. Necessary? I laughed, bitter. You're done manipulating me. I stood, grabbing the letter. 72 hours, or the police get involved. I walked out, heart racing, their stunned faces burned into my mind. I stormed out of the Fremont house, the letter in my grip, my heart hammering. They thought I was bluffing? They'd see. Marla's smug laugh, Lila's taunting smirk, those burned in my brain. No more playing nice. I sped back to Belltown, tires screeching, fury pumping. This wasn't just about $12,000. It was about years of being their pawn. Game over. In my apartment, I collapsed on the couch, shaking. Casey called. Tara, you okay? No, I spat. They admitted it, Case. Marla called it necessary. Lila laughed in my face. Casey growled. They're monsters. What's next? I clutched Jenna's letter. I'm getting that security footage, and if they don't pay, I'm filing the police report. She cheered. That's my girl. Burn it down. I emailed the Fairmont's manager, requesting hallway footage from 10:30 to 11 p.m. Urgent. Suspected theft, I wrote. Then I dug deeper, pulling bank records, texts, emails, every dollar I'd spent on Lila's party. $28,450, itemized, chandeliers, band, ice swan. My savings gone, I cried, not from sadness but rage. How dare they treat me like dirt? Jenna called at 9 p.m. Got the letter? Yeah, I said, voice raw. They laughed it off, said I can't touch them. She snorted. They're wrong. I added a clause, emotional distress damages. We're hitting them for $50,000 total. $50,000? My jaw dropped. Can we do that? Oh yeah, she said. Theft, fraud, plus years of manipulation? It's a slam dunk. I grinned, imagining Marla's face. The next morning, a text from Glenn. Let's discuss this. Calmly. Dinner tonight? Calmly? After they robbed me? I typed back. No. 72 hours. Pay up or face charges. My phone buzzed instantly. Lila. You're pathetic, Tara. Ruining my engagement over money? I laughed, bitter. You ruined it by stealing, Lila. I blocked her. No more games. At noon, the Fairmont replied. Footage ready. I raced over, heart pounding. In their office, I watched grainy video. Marla slipping into the coat room at 10:40 p.m., my clutch in her hand. Lila stood guard, smirking. My blood ran cold. Proof. Send me this, I demanded. The manager nodded, uneasy. This looks serious, Ms. Voss. It is, I said, voice steel. Back home, I sent the footage to Jenna. Holy crap, Tara, she texted. This is gold. Marla's done. I felt a rush, not joy, but power. For once, I wasn't the victim. Then a knock. Nate, Lila's fiancé, stood at my door, eyes red. Tara, I didn't know, he said. Lila said you volunteered the money. I'm horrified. I studied him. Was he genuine? Prove it, I snapped. Talk to Lila. He nodded, earnest. I will. This isn't how I want to start our life. He left, and I wondered, could Nate be an ally? Doubtful. But cracks were forming in their perfect facade. At 3 p.m., Jenna called. I sent the letter to your parents' lawyer, added the footage link. They'll crap themselves. I laughed, a real one. Good, let them squirm. By evening, my phone exploded. Marla. How dare you threaten us? Glenn. Tara, reconsider. This hurts the family. Family? They didn't care when they stole my future. I ignored them, but Lila's next text stopped me cold. You'll regret this, Tara. I know your secrets. Secrets? My pulse spiked. What was she playing at? I called Casey, panicking. Lila's threatening me. Says she knows something. Casey scoffed. She's desperate, bluffing to scare you. Was she? I racked my brain. Nothing came up, but unease gnawed. At midnight, Jenna texted. Their lawyer responded. They'll pay $12,000 to avoid court. Not enough. Push for the full $50,000? Yes, I replied. Make them bleed. The next day, brunch at Nate's parents' Mercer Island mansion. I wasn't invited, but Nate texted, Come, we need to talk. Suspicious, I went, letter and footage on a USB in my purse. The mansion screamed wealth. Marble floors, chandelier bigger than my car. Marla, Glenn, Lila, Nate, and his parents sat, tense. Lila glared. You're crashing now, Tara? I smirked. I was invited. Nate spoke first. I saw the footage. Lila, you lied to me. Lila's eyes widened. Babe, it was Mom's idea, Marla gasped. Don't you dare! Chaos erupted, yelling, accusations. Nate's mom, Ellen, stood. Enough. Tara, what's your demand? I slid the USB across the table. Watch this, then pay $50,000 or I go to the police. Marla's face crumpled. Checkmate. The room froze as the USB hit the table. Marla's eyes bulged. You're bluffing, Tara. Bluffing? I laughed, sharp and cold. Watch the footage, Mom. You and Lila caught red-handed. My voice shook with rage. Years of their crap, belittling me, using me, exploded in that moment. No more silence. I was done being the Voss family's punching bag. This was war. Nate's dad, Roger, grabbed the USB, his face grim. Let's see it. He plugged it into a laptop. The screen flickered. Marla rifling through my clutch, Lila smirking outside the coat room. Gasps filled the room. Ellen, Nate's mom, clutched her chest. Marla, how could you? Lila stammered. It's not what it looks like. Not what it looks like. You stole $12,000 for a yacht, I shouted, pointing at her. Glenn stood, face ashen. Tara, this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. You think? I snapped. You let Mom and Lila treat me like garbage my whole life. My voice cracked, tears burning. I paid $28,450 for your precious daughter's party. My savings gone. Roger frowned, turning to Glenn. Is this true? Glenn nodded, slow. We underestimated Tara's contributions, Marla scoffed, desperate. She's exaggerating. It was just family help. I slammed my folder of receipts on the table, $28,450 in black and white. Receipts don't lie, Mom. Ellen scanned them, horrified. You let Tara fund this alone? Lila rolled her eyes. She's fine. She's got her little business. Little? My fists clenched. That little business paid for your Instagram fantasy, Lila. Nate stood, voice low. Lila, you told me Tara wanted to help. You lied. Lila's jaw dropped. Babe, He cut her off. No, this ends now. My heart raced. Was Nate turning on her? Ellen spoke, icy. We won't be associated with thieves. Tara, what do you want? I leaned forward, steady. $50,000, all of it. Or I file charges tomorrow. Marla laughed, shrill. You'll ruin the family name. Voss Consulting will tank. Ruin the family? You did that when you stole from me, I shot back. Glenn rubbed his temples. Tara, we'll pay the $12,000. Let's settle this. Settle? No, Dad. $50,000 for theft, fraud, and emotional distress. Jenna's ready to sue. Lila's face twisted. You're pathetic, Tara. Pathetic? Something snapped. I grabbed my phone, opened X, and started typing, My family stole $12,000 from my account for my sister's engagement party. Here's the proof. I attached the footage link. My finger hovered over post. Casey's voice echoed in my head. Burn it down, Marla lunged. Don't you dare! I hit send. Too late, I said, smirking. The room erupted. Lila screamed, You're dead to me! Glenn shouted, Tara, delete that now! But Nate's parents were glued to their phones, watching my post spread. Roger shook his head. This is a PR disaster for both families. Ellen turned to Marla. Fix this, or we pull out of the merger. Merger? So that's what Lila's engagement was? A business deal. My stomach twisted, but I felt alive. They were scared, Jenna called mid-chaos. Tara, their lawyer's panicking. They'll pay $30,000 to avoid court. I grinned, fierce. Hold out for $50,000. They're cracking. I hung up, facing Marla's glare. You'll regret this, she hissed. Regret? I regret trusting you, I shot back. Nate grabbed Lila's arm. We're done if you don't make this right. Her eyes widened. Was their engagement crumbling? By evening, my ex-post had 10,000 views. Messages flooded in. Expose them. You're so brave. But one chilled me, Lila. You think you've won? I'll destroy you. Destroy me? What did she know? I called Casey, voice shaking. Lila's threatening something big, Casey snorted. She's cornered. Keep pushing. But doubt crept in. What was Lila hiding? The next morning, Glenn texted, $40,000, final offer. I laughed, bitter. Not enough. I met Jenna at a coffee shop, showing her Lila's threat. She's bluffing, Jenna said, but let's subpoena their financials. Might uncover more. More? My pulse spiked. What else had they done? As I left, my phone buzzed. A bank alert. $40,000 deposited. From Glenn. I froze. Victory or a trap? $40,000 in my account! I stared at the bank alert, heart racing. Victory? No way. Glenn thought he could buy my silence after Marla and Lila stole my future? I laughed, wild and raw, tears stinging. This wasn't over. They'd feel every ounce of my pain. I clutched my phone, Lila's threat echoing. I'll destroy you. Destroy me. Bring it on, I called Jenna, voice shaking with fury. Glenn sent $40,000, but I want the full $50,000. Jenna's tone was steel. Smart. They're desperate. Your ex-post is viral. 50,000 views. Their lawyer's begging to settle. Viral. My chest swelled. The world saw their lies, but Lila's threat gnawed at me. She says she'll ruin me, Jen. What's her angle? Jenna paused. We'll dig. Subpoena their accounts. Casey met me at a Fremont diner, her eyes blazing. Tara, you're a legend. X is roasting your family. I forced a smile, unease coiling. Lila's got something on me. I feel it. Casey slammed her coffee mug. She's bluffing. You're winning. Was I? My phone buzzed. Nate. Meet me. Alone. Coffee shop, 2 p.m. Alone? My gut twisted. Trap or truth? At the coffee shop, Nate looked wrecked. Bags under his eyes, no flashy grin. Tara, I'm done with Lila, he said, voice low. She admitted everything. The theft, the merger scam. I'm calling off the engagement. My jaw dropped. Done. Why tell me? He leaned in. Because I found something. Lila's been skimming from Voss Consulting. Thousands. Skimming? My head spun. Was this my weapon? Nate slid a USB across the table. Bank records. Lila's secret account. Marla covered it up. I grabbed it, heart pounding. Why help? Me? He sighed. I loved her, but she's toxic. You deserve justice. Justice? I wanted to scream, cry, hug him. Instead, I nodded. Thanks, Nate. He left, and I plugged the USB into my laptop. Numbers glared back. $75,000 siphoned over 2 years. Lila's betrayal ran deeper than I'd dreamed. I sent the files to Jenna. Her reply was instant. Holy crap, Tara. This is fraud. We'll nail them for everything. Everything? My rage turned electric. Lila thought she could threaten me. She was going down. But doubt crept in. What if her secret was real? I scoured my past. Nothing. Still, fear clawed. What was I missing? That night, Marla called, voice dripping venom. Delete that post, Tara. You're killing our business. Killing it? You killed my trust, I yelled, tears hot. Pay the $50,000 or Lila's fraud goes public. Silence, then a sob. You're tearing us apart. Apart? You did that when you stole from me. I hung up, shaking but alive. They were crumbling. The next day, Jenna filed for the full $50,000, attaching Lila's fraud evidence. Their lawyer caved, $50,000 wired by midnight. I refreshed my bank, app obsessively. At 11:58 p.m., it hit $50,000. I screamed, fists pumping. I'd won. But Lila's text arrived, chilling. Check your email. You're finished. Finished? My hands trembled as I opened my inbox. An anonymous email. A grainy photo of me, 19, drunk at a college party, kissing a stranger. A note. Post retracted or this hits X. My heart stopped. Lila's secret? This could ruin my business. Clients trusted my professionalism. I called Casey, sobbing. She's got dirt on me! A stupid mistake! Casey growled. She's desperate, Tara! Fight back! Jenna was calm. It's blackmail. Illegal. We'll trace the email. Illegal? Hope flickered. I posted on X. My sister's blackmailing me to hide her fraud. I won't back down! Views skyrocketed. 100,000. Support flooded in. Stay strong, Tara. But Glenn showed up at my apartment, face haggard. Tara, stop! You're destroying us! Destroying them? You destroyed me first! I slammed. The door, Nate texted. Lila's spiraling. She's scared. Scared? Good. But the photo haunted me. I couldn't sleep, picturing my career in flames. At dawn, Jenna called. We traced the email. It's Lila's burner account. We've got her. Got her? My fear turned to fire. Lila's empire of lies was collapsing, and I was the wrecking ball. One move left. Time to end this. Lila's blackmail photo burned in my mind. My reputation on the line? No way! I wasn't that scared 19-year-old anymore. I slammed my laptop shut, fury igniting. Lila thought she could bury me. She'd crash and burn first. My phone lit up. Jenna. Lila's burner account is confirmed. Ready to file blackmail charges? Hell yes. Do it, I replied. Time to end this. I posted on X, voice raw. My sister tried to blackmail me with a 14-year-old photo to hide her $75,000 fraud. I'm done hiding. I attached the email, her burner account exposed. The post exploded. 250,000 views in hours. Messages poured in. You're a hero, Tara. Take her down. My heart soared. The world was on my side. Lila's empire was dust. Marla called, hysterical. Tara, you've ruined us. Voss Consulting's stock is tanking. Ruined them? You ruined yourselves, I shouted, tears streaming. You stole my money, my trust. She sobbed. We're sorry. Sorry! Too late! I hung up, chest heaving. Casey burst in, grinning. Tara, you're trending! Lila's canceled! Canceled? I laughed, wild free. They couldn't touch me now. At noon, Nate texted, Engagement's off. Lila's a liar. I'm sorry, Tara. Off? My jaw dropped. The merger, their precious deal, gone. I felt a pang for Nate, but triumph drowned it. Lila's perfect life was imploding. Then Glenn emailed, formal. $50,000 confirmed. We're stepping back from Voss Consulting. Please reconsider legal action. Reconsider? No way, I muttered, deleting it. Jenna met me at my apartment, eyes gleaming. Lila's facing fraud and blackmail charges. Marla's implicated for covering it up. They're done. Done? I hugged her, tears falling. Not pain, but release. What about the photo? I asked, voice small. She smirked. Irrelevant. Your clients love your honesty. Your business is booming. Booming? My heart leapt. I was unstoppable. That evening, I checked X. My post hit 500,000 views. A local news outlet DM'd, Want to tell your story? Tell it? Hell yeah, I did. A live interview, raw and real, exposing every betrayal. My family stole $12,000, manipulated me for years. I fought back. You can too. The comments erupted. Inspiring. Queen. My phone buzzed. New client requests flooding in. But Lila wasn't done. A final text. You'll pay, Tara. I've got more. More? I laughed, fierce. Try me. I blocked her, hands steady. Jenna had already traced her accounts. Lila's. Fraud was airtight. She faced jail time. Marla and Glenn, humiliated, sold their Fremont house, fleeing the scandal. Voss Consulting collapsed, their legacy ashes. I didn't care. I was free. I invited Casey to my new studio, a sleek Belltown loft, bought with my returned savings. To new beginnings, she toasted, champagne fizzing. New beginnings? My heart swelled. My business thrived, specializing in authentic, budget-friendly weddings. Clients loved my story, my grit. I wasn't just Tara Voss, the scapegoat. I was Tara, the warrior who rewrote her fate. Thanksgiving hit, and I skipped the Voss family drama. Casey's family welcomed me to their cozy Tacoma cabin. Laughter, messy potlucks, real warmth. This is family, I whispered, eyes misty. Casey hugged me. You earned this, Tara. Earned it? Damn right. As snow fell outside, I felt peace. No more chasing approval. I was enough. A month later, I got a letter from Ethan, my estranged cousin, who'd cut ties with Marla years ago. Saw your story, Tara. You're incredible. Let's reconnect. Reconnect? Hope sparked. Maybe family could be rebuilt on my terms. I replied, cautious but open. Lila's trial loomed, but I didn't care. She'd lost. I'd won, not just money, but me. If you're watching, know this. You're not your family's pawn. Stand up. Fight back. Reclaim your worth. Ever faced a betrayal like mine? Drop it in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, if you've ever broken free. I'm Tara Voss, and I'm not just surviving, I'm thriving. Who's with me? And here it is, the finale of today's story. Did everything turn out as you imagined? Or did it end unexpectedly? I'd love to hear what you think. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and let's dive into the discussion together. If this story kept you in suspense, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? This is your chance to join an incredible community where exciting new stories unfold every day. Click the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date. Thanks for your attention and see you on your new adventures.